Hey, running friends. Welcome to the Wrinkled Runner podcast. I'm Sherry, the Wrinkled Runner. I'm over 50 and I love to run wherever I go, but Buffalo, New York is my home. If you are looking to start to run or you're an older runner, this podcast is especially for you, so subscribe now. I love to help people get running and keep running.
Hey, running friends, welcome back to the Wrinkled Runner podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple of things, kind of odds and ends today. We're going to be going over the Run Show Boston, and I'm going to be there as an ambassador again, and we will be having a meetup if you are in the Boston area, January 27th and 28th, 2024, or if you are going to be traveling there for the Boston Run Show. It is a really good time. They have a lot of different speakers, people like Laura Green. If you follow her on Instagram, she is hilarious, and she does a lot of bits about running and runners and just kind of makes fun of all of the different things that we do in a very tasteful way, but she's really funny. So if you're not following her on Instagram, I would say go over and follow her, and just to give you a laugh every day about how funny we as runners can be, and also how much we can see of in ourselves, even if we think that we're kind of unique. A lot of times comedians let us know that we actually are not. And so it's just a chance to kind of laugh at ourselves as runners. And she is going to be at the Run Show, and I'm sure she will be a blast. Scott Jurek, if you are ultra runner, into ultra running, know about ultra running, you have heard his name, and he is going to also be there along with a bunch of other speakers, and they keep adding ones as time goes on. And so when I'm doing this podcast right now, it is late September 2023, and they'll probably still be adding more. Now you can go to the bostonrunshow.com to see all the different things that they are going to have. And so it's kind of like a convention where they have all these different stages, and they have different people speaking depending on what you're interested in. Like if you're interested in the marathon, if you're interested in just beginning running, if you're interested in ultras, there's just a whole bunch of different things that have to do with running, and you can go to these different stages to hear talks and sometimes panels about all things running. There's also a vendor aspect to it. So the whole floor is full of sneaker vendors and, KT tape and clothing and recovery sandals and representatives from all the different races around the country as well, that you can sign up for them or talk to them a little bit about the race, things like that. And then a lot of the vendors also have like little contests going where you can put your name in to get like a free entry to some of these races, win prizes. The Boston Athletic Association, who puts on the Boston Marathon, they are a sponsor of this Run Show. And they also have Girls on the Run. They have a gait analysis zone where you have somebody who can look at your gait and see if there's any recommendations that they can give you for maybe getting a little bit better form. They have a run clinic and a strength and conditioning section. They have a cafe where you can get like a coffee and a little bit of a snack. That's where I have my meetups to meet people that I've only been able to meet virtually through either this podcast or the blog or the YouTube channel, or the people that I train through my coaching. And it's just a fun little thing to get together with other runners and be able to talk. And you can actually go for free. So if you are in the Boston area, or you're going to be in the Boston area that time, or you are interested in just going, you can get in for free by using the code WrinkledRunner at checkout, and you'll be able to get a free ticket. You can, get some for as many friends as you want. So if you're interested in just getting a free ticket, they'll send it to you the week before. It'll be a mobile ticket, and then you can join us for the ribbon cutting ceremony beforehand, which I suggest you do because they're always giving out a ton of stuff right before the doors open. So if you get there a little bit early, I will be there with a bunch of other people, and we will just be throwing things out into the crowd. And, it runs the gamut from just little stickers to more expensive items as well. So if you do go, I suggest you get there about 20 minutes early, and before the doors open, we will be giving things out. And also we have kind of a ceremony where all the different speakers and all the different ambassadors, we open the doors, and it's just this little ceremony that we do for everybody, and kind of gives everything a team spirit kind of thing. So I recommend this show. I think anything running, of course, is wonderful. So if you're interested in going to kind of a running convention kind of thing, this is one that I would highly recommend. Now, if you go to the website, you can see a whole list of the sponsors and the exhibitors. And there's just too many to list as far as exhibitors. I'm scrolling through right now, everybody who's going to be there. And it looks to me like there's going to be a lot more there than were there last year. So it's kind of growing. The people who put this on are from the UK, actually, and they do this over in England, and then they've just started breaking into coming and doing these shows over in America. So they're growing. People like Asics, Adidas, New Balance, Features, which is a sock company that I love their socks. And then what a lot of people do before the convention starts in the morning is they get together in groups and they go out for a run. And that's something that I'll be doing as well, is having anyone who would like to go out for a run in the mornings beforehand, get together, and we'll just go out for probably just a little 3-miler. It'll be all paces. We will just kind of get to know each other and just go for a little run around Boston. I mean, obviously, Boston is a very interesting place in and of itself. And so last year when we did it, my husband and I were able, when the convention wasn't going on, to do an audio tour of Boston and just kind of run around and see different things and learn all about the history. I'm somebody who really loves history, and, the food is awesome. So if Boston has ever been something that you've wanted to do, this would be a great vacation to see Boston, but then, get your running in and also be able to hear speakers, be able to ask questions with running experts of, everything running. So don't forget, go to the bostonrunshow.com and at checkout, use the code WrinkledRunner, and you will be able to get in for free, as well as anybody else that you give the code to. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about today is I would like to do a podcast series on something that I've heard when I start coaching people is I'll tell them to do something, whatever, and I like to give them the why behind what they're doing. Like, I don't give my athletes just a workout. I tell them, this is the workout. This is why you're doing it. This is what we want to see happen because we're doing this workout, and kind of just the science behind the different things that we do. And a lot of times what I hear from my runners is, I saw this runner doing this and I wondered why. I couldn't figure out why they were XYZ. So I had the idea that I'd like to do kind of a podcast series on why is that runner doing that. So if you've ever seen a runner do something and you wondered why it was, send me an email at sherry@wrinkledrunner.com, and that might become a podcast episode, me answering that question, why that runner is doing the thing that they're doing. Now, there may be questions or there may be something that a runner's doing that I have absolutely no idea why they're doing it, because I've absolutely seen that as well, and wondered why they're doing it. And because I know a lot of the whys behind why we do stuff, it was still lost on me. So I don't know where they would have gotten that idea from, but sometimes people are just who they are, and there's no rhyme or reason for it. So if it is a question and someone asks why a runner's doing it, I still might use it in a podcast, but just to say, never saw that before. So if you have any questions about running and why someone is doing something, send that to me so that I can do this series on why is that runner doing that.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you know another runner who could benefit from today's topic, go ahead and share it. Do you have any running questions? You can ask me. Email me at sherry@wrinkledrunner.com, and if I can't answer your question, I will do the research to find the answer and share it with you. The questions I get from listeners like you help me develop episodes, so please don't be shy. You can sign up for my once-a-month newsletter using the link provided so that you can have all the Wrinkled Runner resources from the past month all in one place. I also have opened up my virtual coaching in addition to coaching one-on-one with those in the Buffalo, New York area. So head to my coaching page on the Wrinkled Runner website, which I will, of course, link to, and check out how we may be able to work together. Until next Monday, thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the run.